Okay, I have here a toe interlock, as per usual. This is, you can sort of faintly, probably not. There's some light scratching on that says number 1 by Ashley. So here we have number 1 by Ashley Gavin, which is a yellow lock. There's our bitting, so we got some reasonable stuff. Very low cut at the back. Key works absolutely beautifully. Not even the slightest of catch. Means it's probably factory key pins. Would be my guess. But anyway, so there we go. Otherwise, nothing much there. Obviously, they didn't have a Dremel to engrave that because it's, or something, I don't know, it's not engraved, it's just very lightly scratched. It really could use going over. But it is what it is. That's really all I know about it so far. So mount that up there. Got this top of the keyway tool here, which I've just been searching for one that fits nice. Will it fit this way? No. It won't go that way. What? No. But it's very slightly smaller the other way. Just sticks out a bit, but it fits nicely like that. So we can tension quite nicely this way. I'll start out with the gem. I don't know if that's going to work real well, but here we go. It's the worst that could happen. Immediately reminded how much I dislike the Yale keyway, which I say every time I have to pick a Yale lock. It feels too fat to navigate in that. Getting somewhere now. That's the deepest falsetto I've had yet. Might be something on 3 there. Yep, that's definitely something. And we got it. Oh, Yale keyways, the worst. Just the worst. Especially when they've got good tolerances like this one obviously does. Being a proper Yale cylinder. All right. Let's see if I got this thing. Let's key in, lock that back up. Gonna need our C-clip tool. This one. Spread that gently. Alright, let's see what is inside this thing. Key 45-ish degrees. Follow up. Yeah. Alright, made it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, long cylinder. Alright, so in here we had it's either a single serration and everything or overmilling and everything. I think it's overmilling. Yeah. A little bit of overmilling on every chamber. So that means that every pin will need to get set. They'll first set onto that little lip there, and then everything will need that final push up and over. So there's nothing to trap under. It just is that little shelf, which Yale also use for their bump stop pins. Hardened drill inserts there. All right, what have we got pin-wise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The normal key pins that have been some added security added. I'm pretty sure those are hand filed, which would explain a few things. Yep, they look very asymmetric, hand filed. Which explains why there's no proper engraving on the front. I'm guessing whoever made this didn't have a real rotary tool, which is fine. So we've got a nice spool on one. Got shim in the way. Get that out. Got like a trampoline pin. Good. Got that thing. For another hand filed spool. Getting the feeling these are all going to be the same. Oh no, prove me wrong. It's a different one. So I was going to say, I think they're all going to be the same spring. All right, that's. I wonder if that's upside down because that had the standard end at this end. Seems like an odd choice. You think it'd go better the other way, but maybe not. And finally, we had this one, which again, I reckon that should have been in the other way. I think the last two pins in this are upside down, but I don't know. If I can contact the man who sent it to me. There we go. So we've got this one, which is very clean, and this one, which is very clean. So I'm assuming those are factory pins. Got this like double spool here, which is quite clearly being done by hand. It's very asymmetric. And this like mushroom pin here, which is also very asymmetric. There's this nice, looks like a factory pin of some kind. I would have thought it would have given more interesting feedback that way, but I found it with the standard side down. And then this is a sparrow serrated pin. You can tell it's sparrows by it's only got 3 serrations and it's really domed on top. But again, that was found on the standard side down, which does make some sense on that one because that one shouldn't need to be set very high. And then we've got these little hand-filed overset traps on these, which probably wouldn't be super effective. but maybe. So those are those. Let's just look. Pin 6, out the key in. So yeah, that would sit there with, and then yeah, definitely that overmilling kicks in. So you can sort of see if I push it up, it hits there, and then there's another one. So, maybe that was meant to, if that was the other way, all of those serrations would have come into play. So I would think it would make more sense that way. Like, why would you put a serrated pin in if you weren't going to use them and it's like the perfect height for it? But then if you wanted to overset easier, it makes more sense the other way. Same as this one. Yeah, that sits all the way down. But if that was the other way, whoops. The other way, you get that bit of like T-pinning action and some nice spool at the end. I don't know, be a bit more interactive, but is what it is. That's the way I found it. So unless I hear otherwise, it's the way I will reassemble it. So there we go. That was number 1, Ashley Gavin.